We've got the man, the myth, the legend here at NFT Fest, Yuvraj Singh. How you doing today, my man?
Oh, mate, absolutely fantastic. I see both your beautiful faces and I'm just lit up.
Oh, so. I love it so much. So we're in the presence of the president. What is it like to be the president of the UNCB, and what does UNCB stand for?
Oh, mate, it's hectic. You got to do so much stuff, you know. You get to leverage so many opportunities. So UNCB stands for University Network for Crypto and Blockchain. Basically, we brought our UNSW and UCID crypto societies, formed into one, and we're looking to expand a lot more. Obviously, community groups and that. There's no essential NFT MELB, you beautiful NFT APAC. This is really beautiful, by the way. I really want this shirt. But NFT SID. But yeah, that's that. So.
No, I love it. So you were in Singapore just a few weeks ago for presenting a paper on blockchain in business. Walk us through those details, man.
Yeah, awesome opportunity. So basically, I was a research assistant for UNSW. I still am. I actually recently got onboarded again, so we're going to
Congratulations on getting a job in this market.
Thank you very much. Although I get $3 an hour, but don't post this to UNSW. Yeah, man, it's awesome. Basically, it was about enterprise use cases for blockchain, going beyond the confines of crypto. Basically, de-raveling like a lot of myths. I think that's one thing we really focused on. Is that there were 4 subsections. So the first one was payments and financial services, digital media and entertainment, supply chain management, and digital identity. And yeah, we just kind of elaborated on that stuff. We interviewed, I think, 13, 14 firms that were based in Asia Pacific and how they've sort of implemented blockchain within their enterprise and what it sort of meant for them. So I'll give one example. So Zulik Pharma, they're like a pharmaceutical supply chain company, and they've found out that according to the World Health Organization, 1 in every 10th drug in the world is fake.
Wow.
Yeah. So they were like, we want to use blockchain to actually make it more transparent, more like end-to-end traceability makes it a lot better. And it's been really successful. Although there are some implementation costs, you know, it's not cheap per se, but yeah, so there's that.
What do you love most about this space? What excites you?
What gets you up in the morning?
Oh, mate, community. Straight out. Like the fact that there's so much creativity that when you walk out, you always hear a new idea, which incentivizes you to go further. Like for me, like I'm part of like the UNCB, right? So when I hear someone's idea, I'm like, how can we make this an education initiative? Or how can you make this interoperable with so many other things? So like you have an idea and then you have the ability to scale because other people want to scale as well, right? So it's just community, collaborative. People want to do it together. It's all about partnerships. It's like scaling together, growing together, and becoming something amazing. That's what I love.
What are you most excited about for the future of, I guess, Web3?
The future of Web3. Web2 firms dying now. I'm kidding. But nah, man. I think a big one is going to be automatic, like subconsciously people de-raveling myths about Web3. So a big one is NFTs, right? How it's just JPEGs. So I think a big one, like this is my opinion, I think what's going to happen is firms are going to implement blockchain without telling people they are, right? So at that point, you know, when, for example, concert tickets, like, you know, you might buy them and then things get 10 times easier. It's much more fast, smoother, etc. And then eventually someone's like, some random person 4 years down the line is going to be like, why is this so much better? Like, I don't get it. Like, everything's just more seamless and just cheap now. And then they look at it, they're like, NFTs. Am I allowed to swear on this?
Yeah, fucking oath.
Oh, mate, fucking NFTs. Like, it's like, this is the best thing in the world, man. Like, it's like so much cheaper. Like, everything is just more instantaneous. Like, I used to hate this shit like 4 years ago. And like now it's basically revolutionized how content is like, what's it called, consumed. That's just one area, right? And there's so many other things that are going to happen as well. So,
what's your favorite dApp or protocol?
UNCB DAO? No, I'm kidding. My favorite dApp or protocol. Oh, that's a hard one.
You went hard on ENS names. Is it ENS?
You know what? Actually, yeah, that's a good one. I'm stealing that. ENS. ENS is actually, yeah, I really like it because it just simplifies everything.
What's the best ENS you've got?
UNCB.eth.
Oh, there it is.
Everything's UNCB today.
Exactly.
I do have to say, right, I've got a question for you.
Yes.
If you were new in the space, right? Say someone's like 18 years old, fresh out of high school.
Yep.
What advice would you give them about Web3 and NFTs? Where do they get started? What do they do?
In my opinion, it would be best to go to community events and like really absorb as much information as you can from people, because when it's sort of like you're interrogating, interviewing them. And I think that's the best part about it, because whatever sort of industry they come from, where they come from, you can sort of get a gauge of how they like uploads, and subconsciously you start to learn information from that, right? So I started learning about NFTs and I learned XYZ. I didn't know that. That's very interesting. Then you go to another person, you apply that knowledge, and then you sort of level up on it. So me, I like to do a lot of reading. So that's how I learned it. Like I just read, and that's how I learned. But then when I started going to community groups, like all these events, networking and like panels and stuff, subconsciously I started to learn a lot of little intricacies that sort of built up my knowledge. And I was just like, now I'm at a point where I'm like, shit, nice. This is hectic. NFT APAC, connect, create, collaborate.
Boom, done.